One of my friends did say to me, oh, you have to clean out all the poo with your hands.
Number one, I promise I do not spend my days with poo all over my hands.
I can't believe you put poo in your washing machine.
Number two, I promise my washing machine is not full of poo.
My main advice to parents is to keep it simple. First of all, you don't need to touch the nappies again. You have them in your pail.
You just take the mesh out of the bucket and stick it straight in the washing machine.
You can just use a wet bag, put the dirty nappies in the wet bag, chuck it in the machine, and the machine washes them. They all come out clean. You don't have to touch them when they're dirty.
So now I'm going to talk to you about my wash routine.
You do a rinse wash, reduce your spin speed just to protect the elastics on the nappies.
With no detergent, just to get rid of any ammonia or any poo particles that might be in there.
It's about 35 minutes on my machine.
And then you do your regular wash.
Just put it on the longest cotton wash. So the way I do it to make it nice and easy is I do a rinse on an evening, and then once the rinse is over, put my powder in, bulk out my wash a little bit with muslins and baby grows and things, and then put it on a timer so that it's ready for me to hang out when I get up in the morning, so I don't have to wait because the wash is quite long. I think it's about 3.5 hours. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward really, and I just do it every other day. It's so much easier. I don't have to be organised and having disposables in, and they're so much kinder to his skin as well. So I just urge anyone to just give it a go because it's really not that difficult.
I've got a video with my whole wash routine. I walk you through it as I'm washing my nappies, so if you want to check it out, it's on my IGTV. Keep it simple.
Get an awful lot of questions, mostly around washing and a lot around poo. So I thought I'd cover poo. Someone's got to. I know that with disposables, you wrap it all up and you throw it all away. Do you know you're not meant to do that? You're supposed to actually get rid of the poo out your disposables because that then gets sent to the landfill and the waste in there releases methane gases, adding to the carbon emissions. Even if you do use disposables, maybe you need to think about tipping it down the toilet as well, which then maybe makes reusable seem a little bit more doable. So, if you've got a nice solid poo, quick flick into the toilet, fold it up into your nappy bin. Done. Obviously, if you have a slightly more stubborn poo, maybe a bit of teething, a little bit ill, you might need to give it a little flick. Works really well. Otherwise, you might want a dedicated knife or spatula that you can keep in your bathroom and you can scrape. Otherwise, sometimes I just get toilet roll. It's no different, I think, to wiping my other son's bum, and just use a toilet roll to get it off. However, there is another way. So a liner, you've got a fleecy liner. You can make your own. So there's one that somebody has made. They've cut it out of a piece of material. So the liner will sit in your nappy like that, and it will obviously catch all the poo. And because the fleece is nice and soft and fluffy, the poo actually comes off really easily, and then that goes into the wash with your nappy. Or I say you can just buy the disposable ones, try and get off as much poo as you can, and then that can go into the bin. Obviously, for reusable reasons, these ones are a lot better.
We don't tend to use disposable liners all the time, but everyone's different and whatever works for you. I think now Gilbert is 1 and he's eating 3 meals a day. Everything's sort of solid enough that you don't need to use a disposable liner at all. And the fleece liner really is just doing the job of keeping Gilbert's bum dry. There is obviously those occasions, either when they're teething or when you're going through the weaning stage, where things can get a little messy. But let's face it, we're dealing with babies here. Things are always going to get a little bit messy. We just put in a disposable liner and that catches the most of it. It's not the most glamorous of jobs, but it's no different to cleaning poo out of a baby grow from a poo explosion in a disposable nappy. But I can honestly say that the dreaded poo explosions that you hear about with disposable nappies, they just don't happen in cloth nappies. I had one instance of a poo explosion in a cloth nappy, and that was at a Keep Fit class with Gilbert, where he was in a sling attached to me and I'm doing lunges and squats and all sorts for 45 minutes. Yeah, it was messy, but that is a complete one-off.
Honestly, it's so simple, and once you get into that routine, you'll find that it just all starts to come together. And you know, I wash my nappies maybe twice a week. None of it takes up a huge deal of my time, and that's the point really. You know, it shouldn't do. It should be nice and simple, nice and easy, and something that hopefully anybody can go out to do.